Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're starting officially in 1 minute, but we're going to let some people filter in, give everyone time to get up here, the speakers, and then we're going to be starting. So excited to get this thing going.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Morning, morning, or good evening, depending on where you are.
Yes, evening here and night for you, if I'm correct, right?
It's early morning for me, but it's still night somewhere.
It's very
We're all
early.
good.
And the guys from the devs from Zano are tuning in from different locations as well. I believe all in Europe at the moment, so should be around noon there. For everyone that's tuning in right now, I'm Mr. Quips, but I came to join in from the main account to host, just so that's clear. And now we're still waiting for the other guys from the Zano team to join us as well. So please give us a few more minutes.
Yeah, and my name is Nightman. I will be co-hosting tonight, helping get some of the information out there. I've been holding for a couple years, and we'll get into all that, but just figured I'd say hello right now to the early birds.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to say hosting actually, because well, you're going to be the host of the new show. So yeah, happy to have you, man.
It's about time we get more attention on the privacy space. Um, we've had this whole cycle up and down, and a lot of building, so it's kind of good timing. I think that Zano is ready for prime time, right as we're hopefully approaching the next phase in the next cycle.
Yeah, man. I think it's great that we are doing this new show right now, because there's just so much to talk about, and also so many cool people to talk with that are part of the Zano community. Um, yeah, and it's about time to make our voice heard, man. I mean, the Zarkanum hard fork is not far away, so so many exciting things to talk about. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I like the spaces format. It's just a lot better to get the information out there. I mean, we all could read the articles, we all could stay up to date on the Discord and the Twitter, but it's nice to hear from the actual people that are creating. It's nice to give the community a chance to come up and answer questions or ask questions. So there's a lot of good things that I think right now, when we're trying to get people to really understand what we're doing, it's nice to have this longer form conversation about the updates and about kind of what we have to look forward to.
For sure. Um, Val, are you there? Are you able to speak? I think I made you a speaker.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm there.
Cool,
Hey
cool.
everyone.
Do you have any idea where the other guys are? Because they're kind of late.
I think they have a flight that is scheduled like at this moment. They should be on the ground and should be joining us, but I'm not completely sure. So
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah, the last thing they told me is that they will be able to make it, so hopefully their flight hasn't been delayed or anything. Let's give it a few more minutes, and otherwise we'll just start without them, and then hopefully they'll join in as we go.
yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, guys, while you guys are here, let's retweet this Twitter Spaces, share it everywhere you can. Make sure we get some more people in. That'd be awesome. All right, Nine Men, feel free to start this thing off. We'll hope that they'll tune in later.
All right, cool. Sounds good. So yeah, welcome everybody. Like we said, this is the first episode of Into the Zano-Verse. It's going to be the new spaces where we connect, talk to developers, talk to community members, just here to learn more about the developments, what's coming down the pipe, what we have to get excited about, kind of just the new developments that the team is working on, and then we could go out there and help kind of share the knowledge and bring more people into this community. So we'll be talking with team members, community members, privacy enthusiasts, anyone who is interested to have a good conversation about Zano and privacy. So I wanted to start with doing some introductions. I think we only have a couple of the people from the team right here, but let's start by having them introduce themselves. Also, I'll start. My name is Nightman. I'm a crypto investor, an NFT collector, privacy advocate, Web3 enthusiast, all that good stuff. I've been in crypto for a while. I used to be actually a member of the Dash core team. So that was during the last bull run. I helped them do some cool things. And I've been a holder of Zano for a couple years now. Mostly I hang out in the NFT communities just to keep me sane during this bear market. So that's where you can find me on a regular basis, but I kind of stay in touch with what's going on in crypto and try to keep a good finger on the pulse as we kind of go through this thing. I like Zano, I like the team and the technology. And like I said, I think the space needs more privacy solutions. And as we get into this more this central bank digital currency, social credit system, I think people are going to realize how important financial privacy is. So that's why I'm here. And then we have Quibs and we have Solul. So let's hear a little intro from you guys.
Yeah, thanks for your introduction, man. And happy to have you with us because probably you're a much better host than I am. So yeah, my name is Mr. Quibs, Quinton, and I am the marketing manager for Zano, and I also run the community and social media pages, basically trying to get the word out for Zano. I'm a huge privacy enthusiast as you. I also have my own group, Pursuit of Privacy, where I talk about other privacy solutions as well. Yeah, that's basically it.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for the introduction. My name is Val. Maybe I'm more known by handle CryptoSoul, just Soul. I'm team member. I've been in software developer for a couple of decades and in crypto, I think for maybe 10 years or so. I'm a professional software developer and I have a master degree in applied mathematics. My role is in Zano is a core developer and a cryptography researcher. And I am author of the Arcanum protocol, which we came up with a couple of years ago. Now I'm leading the scientific path of Zano, if I could say so. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. That sounds really cool. I'm gonna have to look into your background a little bit more to kind of dig into that, but it sounds very interesting. So thanks for spending some time and jumping with us here and telling us more about Zano and Zarkanum and everything we have in store. So now that we know a little bit more about who is up here speaking, and if the other guys pop in, then we will spend a few moments to hear about them and what they're up to. But I think the first thing we should probably do is to bring everyone up to speed with where Zano is right now. And is it Zano or Zano? I've heard both. I kind of say Zano, but let's hear where we are currently and what are some of the developments that we've made over the past year that have gotten Zano to where it is now as we prepare for this new launch coming in December. So Quibs or Soul, you want to take that one?
Yeah, sure. I'll just start talking, and I think Val can add where I cannot because he's obviously involved with the development. So yeah, we're at a pretty exciting stage where Zano is moving from a secure private digital asset to a blockchain that has a lot more capabilities than just hosting Zano on its blockchain. As Arcanum hard fork will introduce confidential assets, which will allow other people and developers to create their own token on top of Zano that will have all the same privacy features as Zano itself. Something else that Val has been working on really hard and that he can be very proud of is Zarcanum, which is the world's first truly private proof of stake scheme with hidden amounts. So basically, normally, when you're staking, you are revealing the amount that you stake in order to verify what your stake is, if I'm saying that correct. And with Zarcanum, that will not be the case anymore. So you will be able to enjoy complete privacy while staking, which is first. So that's very exciting in my opinion. And yeah, we'll also add Ring CT when Zarcanum goes live. And after that, a couple of other very neat features such as Zano Dex, Zano Trade, where you will be able to trade the confidential assets in Zano itself. Peer-to-peer trading platform. There'll be new wallets coming out with confidential asset support. Yeah, and we're even considering a grant system to create an incentive for developers to start building dApps on Zano as well. So yeah, we're basically in that transformation as we speak. The testnet is up, and hopefully we'll be able to perform the hard fork before the end of the year. Maybe Sol has something to add to it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the introduction, and I would like to add that Zano, from the inception, has hybrid consensus, so it not pure proof of stake coin. It's from the inception. It's been proof of stake and proof of work hybrid consensus coin. And several years ago, at some point, we decided that we need a privacy upgrade, and so all the amount in all the transactions are hidden. And at that point, we realized that we, as a hybrid consensus coin, having a proof of stake part, we actually need to incorporate this and to connect it with our proof of stake consensus in such a way that we wouldn't reveal the amount even for stake transactions. And we realized that it's quite a challenging task. And this task, to our knowledge, wasn't solved by that time. So we decided that maybe we need to try ourselves, and eventually we came up with a solution how to incorporate Ring CT technology with hidden amount with the proof of stake consensus that is linked to the amount that you have to produce, corresponding amount of coins as a reward for you. So we find a way how to connect, how to incorporate these technologies, and the solution that we came up with was called Zarcanum. So it's a cryptographic protocol, how to make proof of stake possible in a environment where all amounts are hidden, how already said Mr. Quips. And after that, we find out that probably it would be not difficult for us to implement cryptographic assets to incorporate in our blockchain ability to move and transact in a very anonymous, very hidden way, not only native coins like we have at this moment in Zano, but also custom assets that everyone can create in the same way, like more or less in the same way that it could be done on Ethereum. And we came up with a solution how to implement it in an anonymous way. It's also was a challenging task, but there are several approaches out there in crypto community. and we find our way how to do it, and we already implemented it. We now have it in a testnet, and we are preparing for launch in mainnet. And this technology gives us an idea that we can make a exchange one asset to, we can change one asset to another asset entirely on our blockchain, like confidential asset, I mean, in a single transaction, not like atomic swap when you need to make a different transaction. It's complicated things, but you make a one transaction to exchange one asset to some another asset between two persons. And these, we call this ionic swaps, and actually this opens for us ability to implement very interesting things like DEX, as Mr. Quips already mentioned, and other interesting stuff that we are exploring at that moment and working on it.
Well, thanks for that. That was really interesting, and I think that covers so much right there. Between covering the proof of stake and how we figured out how you guys figured out how to kind of solve that problem of not revealing the amount that you stake, and then also that ionic swaps, because right when you were saying that, it brought up the idea of atomic swap, which is, you know, having the transaction on both chains and then having them sync. And it sounds like this is like an improvement to that. So that's pretty awesome. Does that mean it's going to go away from proof of work? Because I know you said right now we have a split proof of work, proof of stake. Will the upgrade make this specifically proof of work or proof of stake, or was it just going to continue to stay as it is, just with upgrades?
While we are very interested in proof of stake solution, at that moment we can entirely move to proof of stake, and we will use proof of work and proof of stake hybrid consensus because it's more secure solution for us. But in future we will consider the moving to entirely proof of stake, but it's very complicated task. We need to very carefully to look at all the things that we should done, and it's like very challenging thing. As you may see that Ethereum moved to proof of stake only few years after the like intensive research, and Ethereum has a huge network with a large amount of holders and stakeholders. So yeah, it's interesting, and we'll look at this in future. But at that moment, and as Zircon hard for happen, we will stay at the current hybrid consensus because it's a more secure solution for us at that moment.
Great. Yeah, that makes sense. And proof of work obviously is the most secure. No, that makes perfect sense. Just thought I'd ask that. Yeah, so that sounds, I mean, all those developments sound really cool. The Zano Dex and that ability to trade assets natively. And then you said the other thing, the ability for people to create their own coins or their own, I guess, coins that take advantage of the native privacy. That would be, I mean, I guess that's what we're talking about, building on Zano and having the grants so that we could get more people to build use cases. So it's not smart contracts though, correct? It's just confidential assets.
Correct. We decided to not incorporate a virtual machine to run a smart contract because it's a huge task, and it would be difficult for our small team to make this to done this in a secure and anonymous manner, because we have example and very good examples of how this could be done in non-anonymous coins like Ethereum, maybe Solana. And we, on the other side, we have our own niche. We need to be anonymous, and we care a lot about it. So to implement this virtual machine that allows us to run smart contract and at the same time to stay at high anonymity level, it would be extremely difficult. And we decided that we implement the ability to for people to run their own confidential assets. So they called confidential because it is run by anonymous blockchain. So all the amount and even the type of the asset are hidden. So when you look at the transaction, you would be able to tell what kind of assets being transferred in that transaction. So you just see some random numbers. And we think that's cool, and that's what this anonymity should be about.
Yeah, and with so much security and so much that goes involved with maintaining privacy and keeping that technology cutting edge, it would make sense that you focus on that and you carve out that niche of having the absolute best privacy, and then work with other cool builders that could help build on top of it, to leverage that technology in a new way without kind of stretching yourself too thin. So that all makes perfect sense. Then let me see. And then are there new wallets? Is there new software that is going to be going with the new upgrade that is going to be released in kind of the weeks or months before to get everyone ready, or how does that look? Is there any other new changes on the client side that people need to be aware of?
Sure. Yeah, to conduct this update, we need to update our software. And as normal, as usual, hard fork, you require an update to be released maybe weeks before the actual hard fork is going to happen, so that we make sure that the many users, ideally all of the users, are updated and ready to switch to the hard fork when it should be done. So yeah, we are preparing a new client, and we are preparing new software, like new daemon software. These software are now being tested intensively, and it is ready for testnet. So testnet is up and running for several months, and everyone is welcome to test it and to play with it, to make a smart contract. Well, I'm sorry, to make a confidential asset. And I know that a few people from our community are helping us with that and trying to test it, and also trying to emit their own confidential assets in testnet to see how it works. So yeah, everyone is welcomed. Yes, it may require some technical skills from you, maybe how to run daemon on Linux, how to prepare JSON and feed it into the daemon, but it's working, and yeah, everyone is welcome.
Great. Yeah, I pretty much expected that, but it makes sense to ask you. And then last thing real quick, existing staking. So if I have my staking turned on in my Zano wallet right now, will I need to unstake that? I'm sure we'll learn more about the process as we go, but that's just the one other thing that comes to mind. Would I have to do anything with my existing staked Zano, or yeah, I'm sure we would. So we'll probably just wait for more details there.
Your phones are safe, even if you won't do anything during the update. But if you are staking, yes, you need to update your software. And if you are using Zano, of course, we need you to update your software because it's going to be a hard fork. So at some point in future, the network will switch to a new updated protocol, and the old protocol won't be active, won't be running anymore. So yeah, it's required. But your phones, like all the coins that you have in your wallet are connected with your keys, and as far as like as long as you keep your keys securely, your phones are safe. So there's no worries about it. There's no such thing that we have like a limited time of switching or kind of that. So anyone will like will have an ability to update their software lately, but we highly encourage everyone to update as soon as we release. And I hope we will make a few announcements. Maybe Mr. Quips say more about that on how it will be done, like on social side. So everyone, we will make sure that everyone aware of what's going on and uh, when they need to download new software and to be ready for new experience.
Right, yeah. So there will definitely be proper communication about Zarcanum, and what to expect, what exactly will change, what exactly you'll have to do. So you can expect an article on that somewhere in the near future. And I would also like to add that most of the things that Sol just talked about, we also have extensive articles that are already published on our blog about Zarcanum, what it changes exactly, about confidential assets, how they work, the mechanisms used, what they can be utilized for. We also have a article called "The Power of Private Tokens," which explains to you exactly what kind of cool things you can use this technology for, because there's a whole list of things you can do. You can create bridges for cross-chain tokens. You could, for example, create a private version of BTC. So, for example, like I guess we'd call it ZBTC or ZETH, as you have wrapped BTC, for example, on Ethereum. Works in a similar way. That's a possibility. I believe there's also um, a stable coin that is one of the possibilities, private stable coin. So there's endless of possibilities you can do with this technology. But yeah, it all has to be created, obviously, and we hope to attract a lot of developers for this as well by creating an incentive program to hand out grants for people that want to develop cool stuff in Zano. One of the things, for example, I don't know if you guys know Kexploit, which is a very contributive community member. He's the guy behind the Zano Bazaar. One of Zano's features that it has for quite some time already is the Marketplace API. And with this Marketplace API, you can actually build your own private marketplaces utilizing Zano's escrow contract, which is really awesome. And Kexploit saw that there was an opportunity right here, because nobody built on top of it yet. And that's why he created the Zano Bazaar, but there can be popping up countless of these marketplaces. And yeah, I'm just very excited about it all.
Yeah, no, all that stuff is pretty exciting. I think I saw the Zano Bazaar, the article about that, and it looks really cool. If anyone isn't aware of these articles, there's some really great articles on the Zano blog. I just posted a few of them down in the comments for this Spaces. So if you go to the Spaces reminder or the Spaces, look in the comments. I posted a few articles there that go over just some of the main things that we're talking about. The private proof of stake scheme with the hidden amounts, the hidden staking amounts, the confidential assets, and then ionic swaps. So in case you guys are learning or interested in learning more about how those all work and then kind of the developments there, take a look at those articles and catch up on a little bit more of the details there. I know a lot of people are right now trading in meme coins. We need an anonymous meme coin. That's what I'm waiting for. So Zano will help us get that going.
That's actually what Kexploit was talking to me about. He said, "Oh, maybe that's a nice next project for me to start on top of Zano." He was actually talking about including the Zack, the raccoon. You know, the it's kind of a meme as well, but the what can you call it? The mascot. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
The mascot. He was trying to make a meme coin out of that. So maybe, yeah, that's one of the other possibilities as well. You know, it's just like it's not just as on Ethereum because there's no smart contracts involved, but you know, you can create countless of tokens for all kinds of use cases, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I'm
Um,
sure just messing with the use cases and trying fun things, people will figure out, hey, we need this tool, we need that, and then that will help kind of create more use cases and more innovation there as people kind of toy around with it, you know.
right.
I
Something
would
that I
like
was.
to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Please go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
no, no, no.
I
You please go ahead.
I just wanted to like to add a minor detail about the naming because we have a name Zircanum and we have a two thing that we called with this name. So the history behind that is interesting because when we came up with a solution how we can incorporate a proof of stake consensus protocol with anonymous, with anonymity, with ring CT, with hidden amounts, we created an article and published it. It was by the way, it was a conjoined work with Core from Monero team. So it was a nice example of uh, inter-coin project interaction, and I was happy to work with him. And we call it Zircanum because we need like some title, some name to remember. And we as we decided to make an upcoming update, an upcoming hard fork, we decided that this hard fork will be called after the name of the protocol itself. So it will be called Zircanum. And after that, we decided and we realized that we can implement new exciting features, some like confidential assets and ionic swaps on top of that. And we did it, we actually implemented it. And now we have a Zircanum hard fork or Zircanum update, if you want, that includes Zircanum itself and many features as well. So it may be confusing a little bit for auditorium, I understand, but like we have a cryptographical protocol in a paper that is called Zircanum, and it's all about proof of stake, only about proof of stake. And also we at Zano we have this broad term that we have a privacy update, we have Zircanum hard fork that includes all these nice features that we are talking about. I just would like to explain this maybe for someone who is interested.
Okay, I think I got you. So what you're saying is that Zarcanum is the name of the new protocol upgrade, which is the new cryptographic protocol that you have, you know, posted or published that article about or that paper, which is a serious upgrade on the technology side. But we're also calling that term the name of this upgrade, which has these new features like confidential assets, ionic swap, which would then open the door for the Zano decks and some of these other things.
Exactly.
Is that
Yeah,
perfect?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for explaining that because yeah, these terms sometimes you can get lost in there and you don't know exactly what we're talking about, but it makes sense to understand exactly what we are talking about, so you can do more research and learn up where you're interested. All that sounds
Hey,
good.
I see that Andre arrived. Probably his flight had some delay. I'll invite him as a speaker. Um, see what he has to say.
Yeah, just in case guys won't be able to join us, I would like to excuse for them because they have a delayed flight, and like just in case they won't find an opportunity to join us. So I'm sorry for that situation. They have a delay. So probably the next time we will be all together.
You've been doing a good job giving us all the details, so we'd love to hear from them, but you're holding down the fort pretty well. I think Zoidberg's up here though; he might be able to speak.
Hey, hi everyone. I really apologize. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. It's
Yes,
a
loud
little
and
light, but
clear.
we
Yeah,
can
I
hear
really
you.
apologize. Our flight was shifted, and I just get into place where I can speak. But unfortunately, I have a really close connection flight, so I maybe will be leaving in 10 minutes. I really sorry. It was a last minute call. We had to go to Amsterdam for the business trip. We had to meet someone very important for the project here, and yeah, it was just uh, very quick, so we didn't have time to change the plans. And apparently my flight was delayed, so I'm late, and I just here for like I don't know for 10 or 15 minutes.
No worries, man. We're just glad that you made it, and we can always talk on one of the next episodes, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, sure. I
but yeah,
mean,
we're
the hero of this speak, I think, should be Val. He is the one who delivered the technology, so a lot of things to share.
Thank you, Andrew. I believe that all our team is in charge of delivering this technology. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
okay, we're
hope
being nice
the
to
next
each
time we
other.
will be
Okay.
together.
Val is the mastermind, the mathematical mastermind,
Yeah, exactly.
but he's too shy to admit it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then shout out
Anyways,
to Exploit down there. We were talking about him a little bit earlier, so see is down there in the audience.
yeah, good to see you, Kexploit.
Uh,
Maybe it's good to move on to some community questions if there are any, or maybe Andre has something he would really like to say. I don't know.
honestly, no, nothing special. I don't have any like announcement. I'm really happy that with the progress that we're doing, especially last few weeks was very productive. And I don't know if Val was saying something about that, but we are getting really close. We do a lot of tests on ionic swaps. We testing these things. Oh, apparently, we have some bugs. I do some fixes, and I don't know if anyone was already pitching this stuff, but we also doing a little upgrade in the main network. We're really excited about introducing something like a governance in Zana. We really want to have a feedback from our stakers to let our stakers to be vocal and according to amount of stake, of course. So we are preparing the voting system for Zana, and with this system, everyone who has a coins can make impact on the vote according to his stake. I mean, as much as the coins people have, as much the impact. I mean, as much as a loud voice they will have. I I'm really sorry. They just announced my flight that I have to go. I have to run to the airplane. I hope Pavel or Val will be able to elaborate this more on this. And I have to go right now.
Cool. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head because it was the only subject that we actually didn't talk about yet. So we'll continue talking about it. you go catch that flight, all right?
Yeah, I'm really sorry that all this happens this way. That we had to book the flight at the last moment, and it was really important. We sorry that we actually missed most of not the whole thing with the spaces. I'm sorry, and I
No worries.
yeah,
All
okay,
good. Shit happens.
okay. Have a good time. Okay, let's speak next time. Okay, bye bye.
All right, all right.
Bye bye.
Okay,
Safe
take care.
travels.
Bye bye. Yeah, so let me take over there real quick then, because it's good that he mentioned it. Because that's one of the things that we announced only last week or maybe a little longer ago, which is the governance model, which is amazing if you ask me, because just like we talked about, we're moving from this single asset peer-to-peer cryptocurrency to become multi-asset digital universe, as we like to call it. And one of the parts of maturing as a cryptocurrency is definitely a governance model, if you ask me, which is pretty cool because it will give. That means the guys found a way to actually give the, even though that you are still anonymous as a staker, you can still have a genuine vote within the ecosystem about potential changes. So let's say we have a change in mind, I don't know what, but then we can just put it up for voting, and then we can let the community decide, the holders of the project, which is, in my opinion, a major move of becoming a full-fledged ecosystem.
Yeah, I hadn't heard him talk about that before. But that makes a lot of sense because I have so many of these snapshots on Ethereum where you see exactly how much everyone votes, and not that it matters, but it is information that someone could look at and they could learn a lot from. It just kind of puts you on blast when you vote in one of these things and you have X amount of whatever. So having that privacy, or a way to maintain your privacy and without revealing the amount of votes you have or whatever it is while still voting, it's another small thing that is super crucial for the whole ecosystem to function. So it's great that he mentioned that.
Yeah, and it's like people have no idea how hard it is to create an entire ecosystem with all the features that any normal public cryptocurrency has, like Ethereum, for example. Not saying that they didn't do a good job, obviously, but if you want to create something similar but with privacy baked in at the core level by default, it's just so hard to do that. And that's probably the reason why there's not many other projects, or if any at all, that have done this before. So yeah, more reason to be excited for Zano, if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, so we got Law up here. We invited him up as a speaker. I think that's so we could ask a question or share a comment. So, Law, love to hear what you got for us. Maybe they're not ready to talk right now, but if you have a question, if you have something you want to share, we'd love to hear from you. Looks like you're a privacy enthusiast. All right.
And also feel free to ask a question in the Discord or Telegram main channel. If you don't want to, use your microphone, but still want to ask a question, it's possible too. I see that Kexploit says, I can't speak, guys, no mic. I'll invite him to speak. Maybe he has a question for us. Let's hear it.
I think he doesn't have a mic. We did invite him to speak, so.
Yeah, that's a different interpretation that I did not get. Thank you for clearing that up. I see Law has his hand up again. Maybe he's here now.
Yeah, good afternoon. Can anybody hear me?
Whoa. It sounds like
Anybody
you have
hear me?
your sounds like you have your microphone in your mouth.
Sorry about that.
This is a bit better, yeah. Hey there.
Good afternoon, everyone.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh boy.
Yeah, good. Did you have a question for us?
Good question. Yeah, like, are there plans for Africa in the Zano-Verse? In Zano-Verse,
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
are there plans like for Africa in the Zano-Verse?
So, are there
Um,
plans for Africa and the Zano-Verse?
well, do you mean the show that we're on now, or because Zano-Verse, inside the Zano-Verse is the name of the show that we're hosting right now? Do you mean if we? Yeah, I don't quite get your question, I think.
I don't know if we're doing anything on the ground anywhere right now. Everything's online. So I don't know specifically if there's anything to talk about other than just providing these anonymous tools that would benefit everyone.
Well, if we're talking about Zano, like not Zano-Verse, but Zano, then there's a channel called Zano Africa, which is maintained by Lil King. And I believe that you can follow. There's like a small local community in Africa for Zano as well. So yeah, there's definitely something happening. But on a local level, there's not much happening yet because we're just not at that stage yet. The community is still quite small. So first we're trying to get the word out, grow the international community a bit, and obviously, we have Zarcanum on our plate currently. But yeah, we're definitely going to focus more on the local communities as well later on via ambassador program. If that explains a little bit more.
Yeah,
And then
can I talk now? What I mean basically, we invite people like from Africa, like enthusiasts from Africa, like to speak on the show too. That's what I'm asking basically.
Sorry, I was not really able to hear what you said.
I said, are you guys going to like invite people from Africa like to speak on this space as time goes on?
Oh yeah, possibly, man. We invite anyone that contributes to Zano. So I have a very special guest invited for next episode, which I'll keep a secret for now. But that's going to be very, very exciting. But yeah, we invite everyone that has something to say about Zano. So maybe also a episode with Lil King about his contributions for Zano in Africa, or yeah, anyone that matters to the community can definitely join us on an episode of Inside the Zano-Verse for sure.
And then in the future, once we get the Zano grants going, there's nothing stopping you from, submitting a grant proposal with your idea about what we could do to help grow the community in Africa, and then get you some Zano to help bootstrap that, to get it, more Zano in people's hands to start using it, whatever that may be. So there's a lot of cool things we could do. So happy to have you in the community. Stick around, and hopefully we'll get there.
Okay, I have another question. Sorry, it just popped up in my head now. Like, if I basically have an idea, so how can I? Who am I going to speak with about the idea? Like that.
We're just not at that stage yet, but more details will follow later if we figured out all the details about the grant system. It's for after Zarcanum, so for now, probably for the next 5-6 months or so, it's not on the table.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for your question, mate.
So something that Sol said earlier about implementing Ring CT with the hidden amounts for POS. Is there going to be an upgrade on the Ring CT kind of scheme or how that works? Because I'm pretty sure Zano currently uses that, right? Would this be kind of improving that, or is this just kind of updating that so it would function properly with the hidden staked amounts?
The challenge here is that when you're using Ring City, So it stands for ring confidential transactions. And in confidential means that the amount of coins being transferred are hidden with a commitment. So you just seen like random numbers or seemingly random numbers, and you can decode the amount hidden in it. And it's crucial for proof of stake because when you are staking, when you are saying that, okay, here I have a block and I have right to mine this block because my coins or my stake won this lottery. And you need to prove that all of this math is working correctly. And the crucial part is the more coins you have, the more chances you get to win a block. So that's how proof of stake works. And it's very challenging. It was very challenging to do this while the amount of all your stakes are hidden. So you need to prove that this proof of stake win condition is consistent with the amount of coins that you have, but at the same time you can't reveal how many coins you have in your stake. And this is what the challenge that the Zircanum faced and solved actually. So so Zircanum is the protocol that updates, upgrades RingCT with some math, some technology that makes it possible to use it for proof of stake consensus. And it requires to be updated quite a lot, actually. So it's like RingCT, it's quite like, I think it's quite simple protocol from nowadays point of view. Of course, when it first appeared, it was very difficult to understand, but things are evolving and the world are evolving, and now it seems for us to be quite simple, and Zircanum is like a bit more complicated thing on top of the RingCT. So Troy, did I answer the question?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it sounds like just figuring out how to do RingCT with the hidden staking is the feat in itself. And that's the complicated part. It doesn't necessarily add a ton to the RingCT scheme or how that works, but it does increase the kind of the anonymous part, which is a huge win. So I got you.
For more clearance, Zano at the moment, as it is, has ring signatures plus stealth addresses, and no RingCT implemented. So RingCT is necessary for the hidden amounts in the Zircanum proof of stake model, in short.
Okay, cool. Thank you for helping me understand that. And then we just we just brought them up as a speaker. So if they have a question they'd like to ask, let's see who that is. It was Darvid. Oh, looks like there it is. What's up, Darvid? How you doing? You got a question or something you'd like to share?
Yeah, a simple question actually. Yeah, a question actually. A question.
Okay, we can kind of hear you. I think it's not coming in too clearly, at least for me.
All right. So my question is not directly about us. It's about the Zano wallet itself. I've been using it for a while, and I noticed the last time it was updated was June of 2022. So
I'm sorry, I think I not really get the question. So the last time the update of the software was in February 2022, but like it's not entirely true because we released an update quite recently with updated pre-download, as we call it, pre-download file to make the new users to make it able new users to catch up with the blockchain sync quite fast. And also we did a like minor quite a few improvements, and we updated graphic user interface as well. So it was like parallel work to what we are doing, preparing the huge Zarkanum update, because it is work that is related to the existing like old code in the master fork in the master branch of our code. So like it's for our team, it's a bit difficult to support both updated and like the branch that we are working on at that moment, and we are preparing for the release, and as well as like the existing code that the users actually used at that moment. But we for sure we pay attention to what is happening, and as we have like some voices from the audience talking about that sync time increased recently because of the pre-download files became too old. So we updated it, and we made actually a few improvements on that. But we don't put much of our attention and our time to the existing old code, because we need to focus on the new protocol to release it as soon as possible. If I'm not sure that I understand the question correctly, but like what I would like to talk about that.
Yeah, so what I can add there, I think the Raven has some problems with the syncing speed of the wallet. At least there's a couple of people from Africa that complained about that. But mainly it's probably due to your internet connection that isn't that fast, and that's why it's taking so long. For Zano, it's just a question of or a matter of choosing between decentralization and security on the other hand, and user friendliness on the other. Because for now, Zano desktop wallet makes use of a full node. So that means that every Zano wallet runs its own full node, so that you have downloaded the full blockchain history on your own desktop, each and every wallet. And that's the most decentralized and secure way to do it, obviously. But there's also a lot of crypto projects that have, for example, a web wallet or a light wallet with a remote node. And that syncs instantly because you are just connecting to that remote node. And what Sol is saying is that it doesn't really make sense to update our wallets right now and do a complete revamp and all, while we're focusing on such a huge upgrade that will basically completely change the Zano code base, as I understand it. So yeah, maybe we will focus on a light wallet or a web wallet after the Zarkanum hard fork. I know Pavel has and me have spoke about it a couple times, but for now, before Zarkanum hard fork, it doesn't make sense to do such thing for now. But definitely in the near future, after Zarkanum hard fork, probably will give people the opportunity to choose between optimal security or instant use.
Yeah, sure. And also, I'm noticed that we have a few questions in our Telegram. So maybe, guys, you would like to also cover this.
Yeah, let me let me go check the Telegram, make sure we have that covered. Okay, one of the questions from Telegram is, with Zarkanum, Will this change what's visible in terms of the decoy amounts? I think that's going to be for you. So
yeah, that's a question from exploit. I'm not sure that I fully understand the question, but I try to answer. So before the Arcanum update and before incorporating the ring CT, we have the old style of decoys that require denomination and splitting all the amounts into bunches of round numbers, and this is not good for sure. And after incorporating Zarcanum and Ring CT, as soon as all amount will be hidden, all the decoys will be used interchangeably. So you will be able to use it as a decoy just any output on the blockchain that is not spent and like requires some satisfy some other requirements. So yeah, it will be improvement on what is visible. Actually, also we are working on the decoy algorithm, but still at that point, as we focus on implementing the Zircanium and confidential assets and Ionic swaps, we still be using the decoy model, because at that moment it's like the most suitable model for us, for our project. There are some researches toward the research on the full membership proofs. It's a cutting edge crypto technology that is in active development right now, and we pay attention and we look closely to what's happening. So maybe in future, after the Zircanum update, we will look closely and maybe we will incorporate this as well. Now we are trying to just keep a look at what is happening. There are a bunch of very talented guys in crypto who's interested in this topic and who's like in active development and active research phase. So, but it still it's very early to talk about how it could be used for a project like Zano, Monero, like this. But yeah, this is future, of course. And at that moment, when we release, we will still be using the decoy model, but it will be improved. It will be less. It will be more secure, and less information will be visible.
Yeah, I think that's a good response. That should answer it. It's good for what we know right now. So thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I think also the full membership proofs are such an exciting development. We could even dedicate a whole Inside the Zano-Verse episode to it at some point.
Yeah, maybe because really this is a new giant step for anonymous crypto, for sure.
Right.
One other comment.
Shall
we got one more comment here in the Twitter comment section. Just in general, will there be an increase in scalability with the Zarcanum fork when it comes to confirmation time or maybe block size or anything like that? Like you were talking about syncing, or how does that look?
At that moment, we don't make any significant change to the consensus protocol itself. So it's only on the anonymity layer. So the block time, the confirmation time, and all the other things that is connected to the protocol, consensus protocol, will remain the same. At the same time, we look closely on what's happening, like in crypto, and how Zano is functioning and what experience our users have. and like maybe we made some change in the future, but it's very difficult to say at that point. At that point, we focus on the anonymity. Maybe next iteration we reconsider some constants, but like I'm not an expert in this field. It's more Cryptozoiberg field, so it's now it will remain the same.
Sweet. Thanks a lot. Appreciate all the in-depth responses. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that pretty much does it for this episode. What do we think, Mr. Quibbs?
Yeah, man. I think it's packed with info as it is. I mean, I see there's a couple more questions, but we're actually already 7-8 minutes due over time. So let's save them for the next episode. I mean, plenty of episodes coming our way. So yeah.
Cool. Well, then let's wrap it down. Appreciate everyone for coming this week. Share your comments, share your spaces or your questions in the Telegram, in the Discord, so we can keep a list and get to them next week. Hopefully we'll have a few people in here. We see Zoidberg was able to connect again. Appreciate him coming in, dropping by for a few minutes to share. Appreciate Val. Appreciate everyone coming here today to help this kick off this episode.
Thank you guys a lot. Thank you, Nightman, for hosting, and Mr. Quibbs. So it was a pleasure to be with you.
Yes, thank you, everyone, and don't forget to share this Twitter Spaces, which can be rewatched right after we end it. We'll also upload it to Odyssey and YouTube, so that you can share it on those platforms as well with your family and friends.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week or next time. We got a cool guest next time, so we're excited for that one already. Look forward to having everyone join us and covering more questions and getting deeper into the new release.
For sure. Okay. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.